Hello everybody, Gail here in my sewing shed. It's very cold today. When I came in it was 7 degrees. It's 20 at the moment, so that's nice. I think I'll turn my heater off. I don't want to waste energy, do I? And I will turn off my radio because that's not allowed. Okay, well, I came in here to do some sewing, but I've forgotten to bring my quilt in. So I've done a lot of maths, I'll tell you. I had a piece of fabric I wanted to use. You know the applique quilt that I'm making? I wanted to use this fabric, which I have used in the quilt, as the binding. I didn't have enough. I worked out if I would have enough if I cut it 2 inches. I worked out I would have enough if I cut it out 2.5 inches. I found some similar fabrics that were 1.5 inches wide, so I sewed them together and I added them on, and I'm thinking, yeah, that'll do. I'll just have to be a bit kind of scrappy. And then I found this piece of fabric. How good a match is that to this? It's amazing. Not the same company or anything. It's amazing, isn't it? You can't tell the difference. Anyway, I only needed 44 inches, and I wouldn't have to use my 1.5 inch things. So I've just sewn all of this together to bind my quilt, and I should have enough. I think I'm going to do a scrappy, not to bind my quilt. I've sewn that together to border the quilt. I finished all the applique and I've sewn on all the borders and it's ready. So that's going to be the next border. Don't know what I'm going to do after that. I might just put the binding on, or I might add another border. I've got a bit of this colour, so I might use that. You see how it well, I suppose some people might not think it goes, but it is in the quilt. Anyway, I might see how much I can get out of that. We'll have to see. And I've got a skirt on today that I made. Yes, here it is. It's a skirt with big go days. Can you see the go day? Ooh, I didn't have enough material, so I had to use some quilting material to decorate the go days. But there you go. I've made myself. It's a nice, very fine wool. So I've made that and I've got it on with my underskirt, of course. Anyway, I thought, being as I was in the shed, I would do a quick update and show you all the things that have come that I paid for before it was February. Not bought anything since. I've been very good. I have not even looked on my D-Stash group page. So I got this bundle from D-Stash, leftovers from somebody's sewing. Is it called Kyoto? It's by the Hilliard man. Hillard. I can't remember his name. Stuart Hillard. It's by him anyway. I have already used the one that I had, and I thought it was lovely. So when there was some going, I bought it. So that's his, Stuart Hillard, and that one, and that one. So I don't know what I'm going to use them in, but I didn't like, not having it because I'd used it. I didn't like that. Here's another one. And then there's some toning ones that she thought went with that she didn't want anymore. So I've got this. I've got quite a bit of that in greens. Do me leaves in that. And this one, which is a Moda one. Thatched, I think that is. So they go quite nicely, don't they? And I also bought this, which online looked like it went. Anyway, I like all of those. I like purples, I like pinks, and I like them. So they are from my D-Stash group. Everything else is new. From my lady, I can't remember what it's called, Fabric Treasure, something like that. And she runs, well, if you're a member of her group, then she does special deals and discounts, and I get all she only sells Moda. So I got some Moda Wildflowers and some Moda Grunge 5-inch squares and some of the wildflower fabric. And this is to do, I bought this to do the the 5-inch charm pack challenge that Moda has suggested everybody does. I'm a month late, but there you go. That's it, and I'm not going to do it yet. I also got some other fabric which I don't seem to have with me. I must have it somewhere. Well, I've lost it already. I bought this. Now, this is part of Robin Pickens' Tulip Tango. And this is it Bonheur de Jour? Something like that. It's Moda Three Sisters. Yeah, Bonheur de Jour by French General Moda. So I bought that. And I bought some red to go with it. Because I thought these would go with my red and, you know, my red and creamy silvery fabrics that I was going to do my heart quilt with. But I've changed my mind now. I don't think I'm going to do the heart quilt. I think I'm going to do Hourglass. So here it is, Bonheur de Jour. They were just extras. This is the you know, 10-inch charm square. This is what I buy, and with a bit of fabric. So it's all red and white and cream and things. It's lovely. Can you see? Aren't they lovely? I've got quite a few of various collections of there. I've got some that involves a bit of blue as well. I don't know what I'm going to make with this, but it's going to be lovely. It's all like really old-fashioned wallpaper and things, isn't it? I do like these colours. I'm just, yeah, a bit of a fanatic. Anyway, I've got that with my bits of fabric. And oh, this is why I bought this. This is extra that goes with the tulips. I've already got this Tulip Tango, I think. I'm sure I have. I buy all of Robin Pickens, but then if I see it on offer, you know, I just can't stop myself. So it's tulips. Here we are, tulips. I'm going to have so many lovely beds, no, lovely covers on my bed by the time I pop my clogs. Hopefully. I've already got quite a few. I've got 3 on the bed at the moment because it's so cold. I don't know if it's because I'm 60 now. I'm feeling the cold more. It was too cold last night. I had 3 quilts on and a jumper. I was lovely and warm. I mean, that's what they're for, isn't it? Quilts and jumpers to keep you warm. So here we are. It's all tulips. It's all lovely, isn't it? I don't like these black grey ones. I think I'm going to save all the black grey ones for something else. I'll just do a quilt with black grey in. Like I save all my oranges. I'm going to do like an autumn leaf quilt. I've not really looked at this. This is Picnic Pop. Now, I ordered this. You see all of these layer cakes, apart from the Robin Pickens one, which I snapped up because it was going. But they're all orders. When the catalogue comes out, we can order in advance to make sure we can get them, because not everything comes to Britain, you know. This is Picnic Pop. I thought it was lovely colours. It's so bright and cheerful. Doesn't really go in my bedroom, but you know, one day when I'm feeling bright and cheerful rather than dowdy, I'll be glad I bought this. It's lovely. Although I am completely covered in bits, you know, from this zigzag cutting that they do on the edges. I'm completely covered in bits of edgings. Now my friend, she likes this kind of thing. I don't really like straight line things. I like flowers and swirls, and she likes straight things. It's funny, isn't it, how we all like different things. Anyway, I'm sure I've got plenty to go with that. I spend all my time looking, you know, in in quilt books and things, looking for ideas. What can I do? Because when I finish this one that I'm doing the blue border on, it's coming close now that I've finished. I'm thinking, what can I do next? Oh, I bought these as well. Did I show you these? Did I get these last week or not? I can't remember. They're a collection of roses. These are from my D-Stash group. There's one. I can't remember. It went a bit off, didn't it, last week? I didn't know if I'd shown you things or not. Maybe I showed you this last week, I don't know. Anyway, there are lots of flowers. I've got lots of things. Lots and lots and lots of things. Lovely things. And what's the date today? The 8th. I've gone 8 days without buying any fabric. That's very good of me. I'm very proud of myself because I don't think I've ever done that before. And I've boycotted my D-Stash group. Oh, I could be missing so many things, but I don't need them. Just greed, really, isn't it? Probably. I've just had some, I'm covered in crumbs as well as bits of fluff. My husband came home from his first full day at work with some Eccles cakes for me. So I've had 2. So my quilt's not there because it's in the house. I've finished it. Oh, so glad when I'd finished that. Don't know when I'm going to quilt it. I don't even know when I'm going to put it together because it's enormous. It's when it's got that border on, it will be 84, 5, 6, 88 inches square. And I've done the backing. The backing is all pieced together. I'm not sure how big that is. That's 9.5 times 10. So is that 95 inches square? Might be. I've got lots of leftover fabrics as well, so I might do a scrappy border after this blue one, and it's going to have a scrappy binding, I think. Maybe. I might have some more yellow. I do have a lot of yellow. Mustard it is, not yellow, although I used one in one quilt and it ran when I washed it, and that's because I go to quilt fairs and I buy fabric because of the colour, and I really need to stop, take a minute, Mr. Postman, and check that it's made by a reputable person like Moda or somebody, instead of just, oh, that's a lovely colour, because it's really not worth it, you know, when you've made your quilt and you wash it and it flipping runs. No. Anyway, just a short one. I just thought I'd show you my new things that came on, I don't know, Friday, Saturday, and what I've been doing in my freezing cold shed. It's a big mess now because I've really been rooting around looking, because that fabric that I wanted to do the edging with, I thought it was in a certain place, and it took a lot of effort to get to that certain place, and when I got there it wasn't there, so I had to look everywhere. Anyway, I found it in the 5th place that I looked, and then when I was thinking, oh, I ain't got enough, what am I going to do, I was so pleased when I found this other piece of fabric. I just spied it. I sat here thinking I must have some blue somewhere, and I spied it up on the shelf. So I got my stick, me grabber, yeah, and I reached and got it, because I can do things like that. So you wouldn't know, would you, that wasn't, well, I suppose you would know, but it's so similar. I cannot see the two sorts. I'm so chuffed. Anyway, I'm going to sew that on at some point. Might be tomorrow now. I did ask my husband to bring out my forgotten quilt, but he didn't. He just brought me a coffee, which I've got to drink before it goes cold. It's so cold. The cold takes the heat out of your coffee very quickly. And your tea. I've been out today with my friend for toasted tea cake and a pot of tea and hot chocolate. We were there from 10:30 till 1:30. Is that 3 hours? Half 11, half 12, half 1. Yes. And we still have loads to say, you know. We come home and sit in the car. Still talking. But I've only got one more Wednesday with her. And then she's going off on a 6-week travels. So my husband has said that he will have Wednesdays off and take me out for a cup of tea and a chocolate and toasted tea cake. But it's only going to be half an hour, isn't it, with him? Oh, and my daughter has sent me some lovely videos of my newest grandson walking. He's just started walking today. He's very excited. His dad's very excited. It's lovely, isn't it, when you see them reaching milestones. He is a smiley little boy. He's lovely. And my granddaughter, it's very big for her age. Both of my daughters have married very tall men. You know, they're both like over 6 foot. And my granddaughter seems to be growing in her dad's footsteps. Mind you, I was tall when I was young. I stopped growing when I was about 12. When I went to secondary school, we were all lined up, ready to go to our new classrooms the first day. And they said, right, stand up. And we all stood up and I could see everybody's parting. I hadn't realised I was so tall, but I was a good head above everybody. No, there was one person that was as tall as me. But I didn't grow any more. They all overtook me. Anyway, my granddaughter seems to be following in my footsteps, growing tall early on. Though she'll probably overtake me, won't she? And I bought her some jumper dresses, which are like jumpers down to your knee. I bought 3 for her for Christmas. And she's wearing them as jumpers now. And I bought her age 2 to 3, and she's 18 months. Just shooting up, but at least she's warm. Because, you know, they're nice and chunky. Anyway, apart from that, everybody's well. Had my grandson on Sunday. He spent a good portion of this Sunday with my husband out looking for creatures under pieces of wood and things, poking around. Oh, and they went to the local garden, shall we say. It's a garden. He likes to go in there because there's a pond at the bottom. It's a walled garden. And there's a pond. And at one point, somebody put a crocodile in the pond. And my grandson used to go and look at the crocodile and poke it with sticks and things and see if it was going to wake up. And then it disappeared. One day it wasn't there. So now he keeps wanting to go to look for the crocodile. Now, when he used to say to us, let's go and see the crocodile, we thought he meant go to the zoo, you know. It took us a while to catch on. Anyway, he went crocodile hunting with my husband. They went to the shop and bought. They go to a charity shop every Sunday and buy someone's cast-offs, send it home to my daughters. It was a puppy robot thing. We had to take batteries out of the remote control and a camera to get it to work, but he loved it. I've got a pet now, he says. Yeah, I don't think we did some work in a book. I had things ready for him, but it was obviously... Oh, they cleaned out the car as well. So, you know, I'm not going to partake in that kind of thing. That's too much like hard work. Doesn't involve sewing at all. And I've started his jumper. I'm crocheting a jumper. He's chosen the wool. And I've started that now. I'm about halfway up the front. So, you know, got a few things going on. So I'm going to drink my coffee, sew on the edges of this so that quilt top is very, very, very nearly finished. I've got my old rabbit here. I've shown you my rabbit. I made 2 of these rabbits for my great nieces, 1 each. And I thought, I want one. So here she is. It's there is green on this. Can you see the green in the cherries? And it was cherries and spots. And I made her a nice dress. It's a Luna Lapin. You know Luna Lapin? Luna Lapin, is it? I don't know how they pronounce it. It's French. But it means Luna rabbit. And, you know, they're lovely little things. They've got movable arms, floppy legs. And this one is made out of an old scarf. It's kind of felted scarf, you know. It's probably not wool, but it's old and tatty. So I made myself one. Here she is. I made one for my grandson. He's had a shirt and a waistcoat and a jacket and a pair of shorts. He had underpants on as well, but that was part of his body. And yeah, he don't play with it. I made him a little boy as well, a little boy doll. When he was about 18 months old, I thought he might be lonely. So I made him a little boy doll. It was about, you know, about the time that COVID started. And I went round with it. It was in my bag. And I said, look, what's in my bag? That's for you. And he looked in. And he got it out. And he pulled its clothes off. And then he threw it on the floor and sat on it. I don't think he liked it. I think he was seeing it off. He was thinking, what's this? Competition? Although he has been used, you know, in various scenarios, like boy dolls getting in the bath. Edward has to get in the bath and things like that. So it's coming useful. And I enjoyed making it. Anyway, I'm going to go now and I will make another one shortly. I might be showing you what I've started or what I've finished. Who knows? Might be showing, no, I won't be showing you a jumper. It takes me longer than that to make one. And it is getting a bit chilly. I think my toes are probably blue. Even though, oh, it's 18 degrees in here now. It does go up and down very quickly. Anyway, I'm going. So I hope this leaves you well. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.